Have you ever pondered the relevance of the Ten Commandments in our modern world? In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, amid the din of the digital age, it's easy to overlook these ancient moral guidelines. Handed down from on high, etched in stone, the Ten Commandments originated over 3,000 years ago, as part of the Mosaic covenant between God and his chosen people, the Israelites. These commandments served as a bedrock of ethical conduct, a divine code of law, if you will, aiming to foster harmony, respect, and dignity among the community. Now you might be wondering, what's all this got to do with us in the 21st century? You see, the world has changed, no doubt about that. We've got cars that drive themselves, phones smarter than a fifth grader, and we're exploring the final frontier of space. But despite all our advancements, we're still grappling with age-old questions of ethics and morality. So, are the Ten Commandments still relevant? Do they still hold water in this era of hashtags and high-speed internet? Let's consider this. The commandments at their core encapsulate universal principles of human behavior. They tell us not to lie, not to steal, not to kill. They urge us to honor our parents, to respect our neighbors' rights, and to acknowledge a power greater than ourselves. In essence, they sketch a blueprint for a just and compassionate society. These principles, my friends, are timeless. They transcend cultural shifts and technological leaps. They are as applicable today as they were when Moses descended Mount Sinai. They serve as a moral compass, guiding us through the maze of modern life, reminding us of our shared humanity. But don't take my word for it. Let's dive deeper. Let's examine these commandments one by one, under the lens of our contemporary world. Let's sift through the sands of time and uncover the enduring wisdom contained in these ancient words. Let us delve into each commandment and explore its modern context. The first two commandments remind us of the singularity and supremacy of God. The very first commandment, "You shall have no other gods before me," stands as a beacon, guiding us to recognize the singular authority of the divine. It's a call to acknowledge God's unique position in our lives and to place him above all else. In tandem with this, the second commandment, "You shall not make for yourself an idol," echoes a similar sentiment. It's not just about shunning physical idols, but also metaphorical ones, like wealth, status, or personal ambition. It's a reminder to not let these materialistic pursuits overshadow our devotion to God. In a world that's constantly changing, these commandments serve as a steadfast reminder of what truly matters. They guide us to prioritize our relationship with God over fleeting worldly desires, setting a foundation of spiritual integrity. In essence, these commandments call us to a life of devotion and integrity. The third and fourth commandments teach us about respect and the importance of rest. These commandments, "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain," and "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy," hold profound wisdom for our lives today. The third commandment asks us to honor the sanctity of the Lord's name, encouraging us to cultivate a deep respect for the divine and all that is sacred. This respect spills over into our daily interactions, fostering a sense of reverence for ourselves and others. Then comes the fourth commandment, a divine reminder to pause, to breathe, to rest. In a world that often values productivity over peace, this commandment urges us to find balance. It's a call to acknowledge the importance of rest, not just for our bodies, but also for our souls. These commandments aren't just rules, they're invitations to live with reverence and balance, to infuse our lives with respect and rest. These commandments encourage us to live with reverence and balance. The remaining commandments guide us in our interactions within our community. As we delve deeper into the commandments, we find wisdom for living harmoniously with others. The fifth commandment, "Honor your father and your mother," is a call to respect those who have nurtured and guided us. This isn't only about biological parents. It extends to all who play a parental role in our lives, teachers, mentors, and leaders. In today's world, where respect often seems in short supply, this call to honor our elders is more relevant than ever. The commandments that follow are equally profound. "You shall not murder," the sixth commandment, underscores the sanctity of life. It reminds us that every life is precious, a unique creation with inherent value. This is a powerful message in our contemporary world where life is sometimes tragically undervalued. Moving on, the seventh commandment, "You shall not commit adultery," speaks to the sacredness of marital fidelity. It's about loyalty, trust, and respect in our most intimate relationships. In a time when these values are frequently challenged, this commandment serves as a vital guidepost. The 8th and 9th commandments, you shall not steal and you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor, are about honesty. They teach us to be truthful and fair, not only in our words but also in our actions. This is a timeless principle, as essential today as it was thousands of years ago. Finally, the 10th commandment, you shall not covet, warns us against discontent and envy. It encourages us to appreciate what we have and to find joy in simplicity. This is a powerful antidote to the relentless pursuit of more that characterizes much of modern life. These commandments, therefore, establish a moral framework for a harmonious community. They guide us in our relationships, helping us to build a society marked by respect, honesty, and contentment. And in doing so, they enrich our lives and make our communities stronger. Scene script. Jesus simplified these commandments into two primary ones: love God and love others. Now, let's unpack these two commandments a bit. The first one, to love God, is a call to devote our hearts, souls, and minds to our Creator. This isn't about a superficial or obligatory love, it's about a deep, genuine, all-encompassing love. Picture the kind of love that fills you up, that drives your actions, that motivates your thoughts. That's the kind of love we're talking about. The second commandment, to love others, is a natural extension of the first. When we truly love God, it overflows into our relationships with others. We start to see people not as obstacles or annoyances, but as fellow creations of God, deserving of love and respect. This love isn't selective or conditional. It doesn't depend on someone's status, appearance, or behavior. It's a universal love, extended to everyone we meet. These two commandments encapsulate the essence of the 10 commandments. The first 4 commandments are about our relationship with God, which aligns with Jesus' first commandment to love God. The remaining 6 commandments are about our relationships with others, which aligns with Jesus' second commandment to love others. But these 2 commandments aren't just a summary or a simplification. They're an elevation. They take the rules and regulations of the 10 commandments and elevate them to the level of love and compassion. In our modern world, these commandments are more relevant than ever. In a time of division and discord, they call us to unity and harmony. In a time of selfishness and greed, they call us to generosity and selflessness. In a time of hate and indifference, they call us to love and compassion. So let's strive to live by these commandments. Let's love God with all our heart, soul, and mind. Let's love others as we love ourselves. In doing so, we fulfill not just the 10 commandments, but the entire law of God. In essence, Jesus' commandments call us to a life of love and compassion. So, what does it all mean for us today? Well, let's take a walk back through the points we've discussed. We started off asking if the 10 commandments and the additional 2 given by Jesus are still relevant today. The answer is a resounding yes. They serve as a moral compass, guiding us to live lives of integrity and love. We then delved into the concept of the one true God, highlighting the importance of worshiping only Him. This commandment, although ancient, still holds true in our modern society. It encourages us to focus our devotion and to avoid the distractions and false idols that so often vie for our attention. Next, we touched on the importance of respect and rest. The commandments guide us to honor our parents, to respect the sanctity of life, and to set aside time for rest. In a world that's constantly on the move, these principles remind us to slow down, respect others, and take care of ourselves. We then moved on to discussing how to live in community. The commandments guide us not to steal, lie, or covet what others have. These principles, while simple, are foundational in creating a society built on trust and respect. And of course, we cannot forget the 2 commandments given by Jesus, to love God and to love others. These commandments encapsulate the essence of all the other commandments. They encourage us to live our lives with love at the forefront, treating others with kindness and respect. So in conclusion, the 10 commandments, along with the 2 given by Jesus, are not just ancient rules to be followed blindly. They are timeless principles that guide us to live morally upright lives. They teach us to value respect, integrity, and love above all. When we understand and apply these commandments in our daily lives, we cultivate a community built on love, respect, and integrity.